What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan's Reviews, and today we're going to be doing our weekly kind of Daily Dead video for today. We've already done a couple after, of course, Sunday's episode of The Walking Dead called, of course, Say Yes. This is kind of going to be one of the first ones we're going to be talking about, one of the first discussion topics for this week that I want to talk about personally, and that is going to be out of the two, in between Sacha and Rosita, and again, this is spoilers, if one of them's going to die in the season finale or in the end of season 7, I guess, which one would it be? Would it be Rosita that they would kill off and they would have Sacha survive, or would they have the opposite? So, this is an interesting one for sure. I mean, a lot of people were already kind of talking to me about it, and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, well, like some people think it's gonna be Sacha. Some people think they'll kill Rosita. Some people think it'll be both. Which, I mean, I'm not really sure because I don't know. Okay. I don't think it's gonna be both. I think that would be way too much. That would not make any sense. I don't think they would kill off both because we already had a double death, in the premiere of the season. So that would be like a little too much. To be honest with you, I think they only need to kill off one major character at the end of the season. Only one. 2 or 3 would be too much. So if they're gonna pick one, who is it gonna be? In my opinion, let's talk a little bit about each one. So, of course, Rosita, she has had tons of time this season. I mean, she has probably had the most time out of at least most of the females. This season, Michonne and Rick has had quite a bit there. Of course, in the last episode, we've seen a lot of Tara this season. Who else? I'm trying to think because it's really difficult to because we have so many characters currently. We haven't seen much of Maggie, but we've seen a little bit of Sacha. But I would say Rosita got the most time this season. Definitely, no doubt about it. So, does it mean that she'll be killed off? Because usually when characters get, a lot of time, they would be killed off logically, right? But not all the time. Like, there are some reasons why you would think maybe the character would survive. Like, if it was, like, somebody like Rick or something, and he gets a lot of time, that just makes sense because he's the main character. And even someone like, maybe Carl or Daryl or Michonne or somebody like that. I think, to be honest with you, I think those 4 characters right there are like the safest characters. Like Rick, and I would definitely say Michonne's really safe. I would definitely say Carl, and Daryl may be the 4th out of that list because she's probably a little less safer than, Rick, Carl, and Michonne. But he's pretty safe too, I would say. I'd be shocked to see him killed off at the end of the season. It's not going to happen, I don't think. But even though he is a major character. But, yeah. To be honest with you, I don't think they would kill Rosita, and here's why, and that's why I want to talk a little bit about Sacha. We've already done videos in the last couple months talking about how Sonequa Martin Green, who plays Sacha, is going to take a lead role in Star Trek. So, there you go. That's kind of almost a confirmation because lead role, and Star Trek, so, I mean, that's pretty big there too. And of course, she is in the options out of both of them to be killed off. And also because she is almost taking the role of Holly from the comic books. And if you don't remember from all of you that read the comic book series, Holly gets killed off because she tries to kill Negan, and then she gets killed off screen, and then Negan takes her back to Alexandria, and she has a bag on her head. If you guys remember that from the comic book series, they take off the bag or whatever, and she's a zombie, and she attacks Denise in the comic book series and bites her, and then of course Heath, I can't even speak today, Heath starts running, and he's trying to run to try to save Denise, and he gets blown away, and his, I think it's his right foot, gets blown off in the process. So then those are 2 characters that of course get killed off, and then Heath loses his, right or left leg, I don't remember which one. But yeah, so, I mean, who would also, I guess if it was Sacha, who would be the one that gets bitten? Because obviously the niece has already been killed. And I'm sure people that haven't read the comic book series are going to be like, well, who got the arrow through the eye in the comic book series? That was actually Abraham. So Abraham actually was supposed to die a little earlier on than he did. Than he was supposed to. But they killed him off in the season 7 premiere along with Glenn, which I thought added a lot to the season 7 premiere with having Abe die as well. I thought that was just really major to see. But I mean, seeing all this kind of stuff coming together, and they've been following the comic book series a lot, and also because Sacha is taking Holly's role in another way, because Holly was the one that was with Abraham once Abraham left Rosita. Abraham, the comic book series, when he left Rosita, he went to go be with Holly. And Holly was, killed off later on, and she was trying to kill Negan because of the fact that Negan killed Abraham, in the comic series, even though it was actually Dwight with the crossbow, but it was the Saviors, and he's the group, he's the leader of the Saviors, if you know what I'm trying to say here. So that's kind of what's going on there, and that's kind of why she wants to shoot Negan in the TV series, and why Holly wanted to kill Negan in the comic book series. So if I had to go with one that gets killed off, I'm going to have to go with Sacha with this one. I still think it's Sacha. If it's Rosita, I won't be shocked because she's probably the second, biggest option. But, I mean, God, you never know what they're going to do. God, they could throw through a loop and kill off Carol, because she's going out there. It looks like she's going to try to attack the Saviors too. You never know. You just never know what they do with the show anymore. Even though I don't think they're going to kill off Carol, but you just never know with the show, man. Anyway, so write your comments below about this. Who do you think out of the two is going to be killed off? To be honest with you, even though Rosita's been having a lot of time lately, I'm going to go ahead and say I think Sacha is going to take the bullet for this one. In the comic book series, we see her. We don't see her get killed off. On screen. It was off screen, and we just see them take the bag over her head, and she's a zombie. So maybe what they could translate in the TV series is actually see how she gets killed, and if it's Negan that either hits her with Lucille, or maybe just kills her, just puts her down, so to speak. Maybe. Because you never know. Maybe even have it be so brutal that you care so much for Sacha to the point where maybe the Saviors capture her, but maybe they blow one of her hands off or something. Just do something where you just kind of know when you see her, be captured, she's not going to survive. And that they're either going to put her down or she's just going to die over time. So they could do something like that to kind of change it up a bit. That'd be darker, but I think that would make a bit more sense. Just so you kind of know that it would be her that gets killed. You just have to kind of wait for her to die or something, like that in that kind of term. So write your comments below. I gotta get this video uploaded and a couple of other videos I'm doing today. I did like 6 videos yesterday. I never do that many videos because I'm always so busy, but I had a lot of spare time yesterday. I had probably one of the most spare days I've ever had. So I did like a 6-part special of, a spotlight on each different community that is out there currently in The Walking Dead Season 7. So I'll put the link in the description for that playlist so you can check out all 6 of those videos in the description below. Okay. I'll see you guys really soon. Peace.